All right, it's another wonderful episode of Random with Afuda Samuel, and of course, this is Afuda Samuel TV, Afuda Samuel channel on YouTube. And Random is back again with yet another guest. You know what we do on Random is just a mirror into the mind and the world of our guests, because we want to take them through all their areas of interest. Then we'll get to learn one or two things that we don't know. So I have another interesting personality on the show with me today. He is a politician, he's a businessman, he is an event person, some years back I googled something about entertainment, the most powerful people in entertainment, and in Nigeria, when I saw the names, I barely recognized 3 out of the 10 names that were unknown to me back then. And since then, I started paying attention to the people behind the scenes of so many things you see up front. Those are the people with the power. So I have a powerful guest on the show today. And my guest is no other person than Honorable Ademola Maya
everything.
Maya everything. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Quick one, I'm not honorable. My name is just Ademola Maya. So,
I don't understand this disclaimer. You are the second person making a disclaimer on this.
No, because it is. I feel honorable is overused and overflogged in Nigeria. Just wear a fine kaftan, put 2 penny in your breast pocket, and people just start honorable, and I feel it makes people just feel more than what they really are. So.
But if you really ask me, I would say, from my own personal experience and knowledge, anybody whose name has ever been on a ballot, we call them honorable.
Yeah, but my name was not on the ballot, so that's part of why I say I'm not honorable. I contested, I think I ran twice, and I had to step down the 2 times. So,
wow.
But even at that, if your name is on the ballot, I just feel there's nothing honorable with your name being on the ballot. A fraudster's name can be on the ballot. So what's honorable about being a fraudster? You can be a thief and you still be on the ballot. You just fund a party, you become their flag bearer, and so it's not honorable.
And it doesn't have to be any party. It could be any party.
You can always fund any party. You can start a mushroom party in your house and just with proper spending and 1 or 2 people who have voices, you can become a force. You might not win election,
yes,
but you become a force. There are a lot of parties that can.
Let me not go ahead of myself. I was about asking that. Do you know that I'm not saying that is what you did, but then I'm just saying, do you know? I've had it on good authority that some people actually intentionally run for office, not with the aim to win.
Okay.
They knew from the onset that they have no business with the victory, these things, but they just want to score some points, get some stuff on their CV, and they go ahead to do some spending. Some will actually be to target an office, because there was a particular time I was obsessed with the name commissioner. And you not blame me. While I was growing up, I'm from Oyo State.
Okay.
I have an uncle in my village. My village is very small, Ijiomeso, and then one of our uncles was a commissioner. I wouldn't know when, but then his name was Atumbi. So back then in Kwara, when my townsmen gathered and they are talking about Atumbi, I was a child then. But if they ask me that time that to become a governor or to become a commissioner, which one would you prefer? I would choose a commissioner, because they made the commissioner sound larger than life.
Maybe then it used to be something you should really dance about, because if you look at the trajectory, those who were commissioners in the 70s, 60s, 80s, many of them became ministers, some governors and all that. Being a commissioner, being a permanent secretary in the way back years used to be a thing of prestige. It's something that is unfortunately now people are even buying their ways to become commissioners.
Exactly.
People are bribing their ways to become ministers.
That's the point I was making, because when I was making my inquiry, someone said if you have money, you go to one party, fund the party, let your name be on the ballot, and then you can negotiate your way. I said
it's a 2-way street.
Okay.
You can actually buy your forms and all that and not get anything. I vied for House of Assembly, I vied for local government chairman. I'm not serving in any government office yet. So sometimes it just makes a whole lot of sense to vie, because that is what makes people know you exist. If those who are deciding on the table, just last Wednesday I was with Sheyi Tinubu in Abuja. We had an event and we had a brief meet. Sheyi would naturally not know every young person in Oyo State. But Sheyi knew me because I had my awards. Then, as at then, we were not even sure that President Tinubu would contest. And we had been friends for, say, 8-9 years. Then, after the election, it became what it is. And now I can be like, okay, because I'm in so party, I want to reach out to so person. So it gives you some leverage. And with leverage, you can make anything happen. I have a friend in this state. He contested on a not so popular party. He got to the ballot. There was a merger between his party and the incumbent government. And today he's a special advisor to the governor. So if he had sat in his house and said he was not going to vie because it was looking like it would not be sure that he will win. You never can be too sure of how you win. There are podcasts in Nigeria today, but when everybody talks about podcasts, it's not an advert. They are quite popular than almost all of us. Honest Bunch
Definitely
is one of, if not the biggest podcast in Nigeria. Curiosity by Bayu is one of the biggest podcasts in Nigeria. So everybody will start and they will not be sure of how it is going to go. Tomorrow now, Random might be the biggest deal in the whole country. It takes just one spark for everything to change, and everybody there's this show out of Ibadan is the biggest deal and everybody's logged in. So now imagine you did not start. So people who I tell people spending for any election is very, very big. That is why I do not follow analysts. I see them as jobless people who are more of talk than action. I am not a fan of analysts. You write letters, you write whatever. I don't care about you. I see you as you are not even making any points. I can read your letter and not be interested. I can hear your analysis on radio and just feel like I'm all mouth. It is easier to play ball with your mouth than to play ball with your legs.
Most definitely.
It is easier. Go. Come and try it. 15 minutes. Let's see what you can do. So everybody knows that they should repaint Liberty Stadium. Let them become the commissioner for sport or minister for sport development. They will do exactly otherwise. Why? So everybody is good with words are easy. When it comes to acting it, that's where the problem kicks in. So I do not even engage with people who come, it should be like this, it should be like that. Let them try and let us see how much you can do. We've seen a lot of people that have been tried, a whole lot. Yes. And I can tell you categorically that more than half of them were nothing to write home about. I'm not sorry to say it. People know, those who know me, I talk. I'll tell you the way I feel, and I don't know how to lie to people like that. So a whole lot of us are, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, like a whole lot of you are worse than the government you are antagonizing. Why you are antagonizing them is because you are not in that government yet.
Exactly.
The moment you get into that government, they put all the police peripheral, the cars and all.
Voila. I'm talking of some people that are coming to mind that were
a whole lot of
they were holding President Tinubu like by the jugular.
A whole lot.
But the moment they came in like this,
a whole lot. It is what it is.
Things turn around.
So people will. It is a systematic failure for the country, and I hope that one day. I tell people I do not place much bet on myself because I've not really gotten to where I'm heading. So I don't know what I will do when I'm in that spot. I can tell you for free that power is very intoxicating, and if not checked, power will make you even think that you're untouchable. Power is really, really a sick thing, and a whole lot of our people that I've seen, I feel strongly like, okay, they're doing a whole lot, but it's a whole lot less than what is expected of them. So, you can do a whole lot and the whole lot is nothing. Oh, Afoda is on this chair, Papa, adjust it, you just do your hand like this. The people outside feel you are helping.
Yeah, you're not adding anything.
So it's a whole lot. So a whole lot of times I feel, let people just do whatever they feel works for them. If you have the financial muscle, run for election. If you win, good for you. If you lose, you've learned. I've learned a whole lot of lessons by being
I'm interested in your lessons because
the
you
lessons
said you stepped down twice.
Innumerable.
I want to know, let me say, yes, I'm interested in knowing why you decided not to go all the way.
No, it's not a function of, you cannot win an election by yourself. No matter how loved you are. We have this social movement, that social movement. I don't want to mention names because some of them will watch, and I don't want to be like I'm antagonizing. But structures win elections. 6,000 people can vote, and I can tell you categorically that over 3,000 might not vote right. Information is power. Days ago, we had the coronation just 2 days ago. I know by the time you edit and post, it will be some days more. we had the coronation of the new Olubadan Obala Rashidi Ladoja, and the whole of Liberty Road was locked. We're at the gate. Then I called somebody like, so person, where you there now? I'm inside the stadium. I was like, this place they locked. Then the person said, no, keep driving forward. There's another gate in front of Jogo that you can enter through. And we drove forward. And lo and behold, we entered Liberty Stadium without any hassle. 1 hour after, people that met us when we were entering, me, I don't go. They were staying inside that traffic trying to get out of the stadium. If we had not called that person, we also would have been stuck there for 1 hour. What helped that situation? Information will take you from this level to this level. What you do with the information is what ices the whole cake. That's the icing on the cake. So as a person, a whole lot of people feel elections are just, we scream, people do not care. That is what I've learned. It helps you become more grassroots. I met people in the course of my election that I never knew I was going to meet. To a large extent, I think I stand to be corrected, but I think I'm one of the most loved persons. I believe I am. On my WhatsApp, I sent a voice note when I wanted to get forms and all. I raised 2.4 million in one day. In 24 hours, I raised 2.4 million naira. Just by asking people on my WhatsApp from 2,000 naira upward, just donate to this cause. I did crowdfunding and it worked. I did a whole lot, and I discovered that when I did my declaration, we came into the declaration ground with 33 vehicles. I have these numbers. So it shows that if like 33 people can follow me with their cars, I am strong.
Yes.
I believe that.
We
But
have people.
that does not convert to winning elections. What converts is the party supremacy, what these people at the top think is good for the party. You might think you are big, and you're not. We've had somebody or some people that have contested for elections in the states, and they've not won yet. It does not mean they might not win tomorrow. And it does not mean when they will win tomorrow. But you being big does not mean you are really big.
I think even our present governor contested like 3 or 4 times before he
eventually won. We had the case of former president
I remember
Buhari.
when it was in SDP, I remember that movement.
It was
brought
big.
Those different cars and everything.
It is not how big it is. A head can be big and it will be brainless. You can have a big head and you're not brilliant. If it was about being brilliant, it is those with the biggest head that should be in the but at the end of the day, we see a lot of big heads are empty. So there's so much that we need to understand about politics as a system. Like, there is a system to it. There's some leaders who have invested in that political party. Some people built it. Some people are funding it. Some people are the deciders of that party. But your ability to stay in line is what makes them look at it like, for that there's a trial. Ayakoshi Commissioner for Information. Maya, there's a trial. Ayakoshi Local Government Chairman. Boy, there's a trial. That is where you discover that they get appointments. And from that appointment, they become what they will be, or what they have always wanted to be. Unfortunately, most people use appointments to pack money, and which we cannot really blame people for.
Because they have invested a lot.
You mentioned the present governor that has lost elections back to back. He was funding it with what? Money. He will become governor, and one way or the other, he must find those monies back. How they do it, I don't know. I don't have much information, but I know that you will want to recoup, and that is why we are where we are.
Man, interesting. You are a young person who is into politics, actively into politics.
Yeah.
And an average Nigerian youth has a lot to say about Nigerian politicians and the present state of Nigeria. But from your own standpoint, because you have first-hand, not just experience, you are surrounded by many youth in politics, and you are surrounded by youth in entertainment. And how politically savvy, how politically enlightened do you think an average Nigerian youth is?
I think we are much of noise than action. People follow the bandwagon. I took somebody to someone's house before the last election, 2022. I think it's like 3 or 4 months before the election. And the person was like, no, Tinubu must not be president. It's so person. You know, the president of the Gen Z people, so I don't want to mention names. And then I asked, why are you supporting this person? Nothing really. But because all my friends are saying he's the best person to become the president, I'm like, that's not enough reasons to support a candidate. A lot of people hated me for supporting Ademola Ajibola in the last election. Some went as far as wishing my mom dead. Eventually, my mama don't even die now. So
Yeah, so rest in
yeah,
peace.
amen. So some went as far as wishing me dead. They're on my WhatsApp because they feel like, why am I not supporting
Their candidates.
Their
Their
candidates.
preferred candidates.
Sheyi Tinubu has never given me a kobo before. Some said it was because I was trying to get money. Till date, I've never collected a penny from him because I wanted to let Sheyi Tinubu know me. I wanted to. The pictures are there to see the story. I don't need to tell people he knows me or I know him. But my conviction was, this man will take us there. Presently, has he taken us there? No. Is it madder and badder than it was? Maybe yes. But are we better as an economy than it was when it was not there? Very, very yes. The statistics and indexes are there to point at. I know till now some people say Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will not fight them. But what I wish and pray for is that it gets us to that place. There's nobody that can get us to the promised land in 8 years. Let us leave it. The rot in this country is so bad. I was coming from Ogmosho to this studio of yesterday. I drove in front of Lautech Teaching Hospital, and I remember then, you saw it on my story.
I used to
when I used to go to Lautech, I used to stay at Okeafin to visit my friends and all. That building used to be a pride to us. Like, this
massive
is magnificent. Structure. I passed in front of that place and I almost could cry. Like, why is management a problem for we Nigerians? It's called Ladoke, Akintola University, University of Technology Teaching Hospital. Is it managed by politicians? It is not managed by politicians. So how come it is not even well managed too? We see the government parastatals, the agencies, go to the ministry, some you will perceive smell of peace and you will like almost dead. And you'll be like, why is it like this? You expect the governor to still be the one renovating, maintaining, coordinating. That's why we have all these essays and all. But once people get into government, what are they looking out for? How to solve the next problems. Somebody is getting inaugurated 2027, is already thinking of 2031 election. 4 years, which you might even die before. But they're already thinking of the next election. People are already expecting them to help them get jobs for their children. We are all problems of this nation. All of us. They announced my name today. SSA to the president on public affairs and policy making and blah, blah, blah. Because somebody sees that Afuda knows Ademola Maya. Afuda, blah, 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 blah. As Afuda is being chased, they're chasing the cameraman, they're chasing me at your judge, they're chasing Yesunde Ajanaku, all the people that knows me. This one comes with 5 people, this one comes with 3 people, this one comes with 2 people. I still have the ones that will come for contracts.
Definitely.
I have the ones that will come they want to see the president. I have the ones that will come with the need school fees for their children. How much is the salary of an appointee? How much is the salary of a state governor? Let's start from there. As at maybe some months ago, last information I had, I think a local government chairman earns like 600,000 or less a salary. I've worked in local government. I know the number of people that are always in the waiting room wanting to see the chairman. Ask more than half of them, what are you here for? They are there to come and ask for money. And you don't want him to steal. I don't know how you, maybe it makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if it's senseless, but does it make sense to you?
I don't know how we expect people to give what they don't have.
So the only option is they need to steal. Because if they do not do it, those people will tell them, he does not want to lose the next election. So he needs to steal. And that is why stealing is being encouraged. You're about to get a contract, maybe 100 million, 200 million. They expect you to cut some parts for the civil servants. Otherwise, your files will not scale through and get the approvals that it deserves. And because you know that you want to put your family on the plane to London, you want to drive the Prado you have in your head, you want to drive a Benz, you have to that play games. Or they find an alternative. We saw the embarrassing situation we had at the coronation. Sorry I had to speak about it. And this is not an insult to the personality of my good brother, Tai Currency. But it would have made sense if for that coronation we had like 5 music artists.
But it's big enough.
Yinka Ifele made all his fortune from Ibadan. Obese is from Ibadan. Tai Currency is from Ibadan. Said Oshupa is from Ibadan. We have a lot of live band artists from Ibadan.
And they merengue still dey Ibadan.
No, he's APC. So
okay.
Not
Okay.
For the political reasons. So I would not even mention his name. So let us now call all of them. Tai will sing for 1 hour. Aifele will do 1 hour. You will do 1 hour. Then let's bring maybe 1 or 2 Ibadan people that have made it. Dremo is one of the big stars that we have from Ibadan. Let all of them take turns to perform. White Aye currency would sing. What's the slang now?
We're laughing.
We were laughing worry on a coronation date. It's because he had sang and was tired. I don't know. I'm not making a case for him.
Yeah, I've had that argument several.
It is because this podcast is meant to be maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then we speak for 2 hours. Then you split it into part 1, part 2, part 3. Now imagine that for that 1 hour that we're meant to use, we now elongated. Because we're just feeling like people enjoyed Maya talking. Do you know at the end of the day, we might end up doing 4 hours. But it's not going to be 1 hour of sensible talk. And maybe 3 hours of unnecessary questions. Because we just feel people want to hear Maya talk. So that is what happened in that situation. What happened to them calling other people that have tapped from the wealth of this city to come? We have Odere, we have a whole lot of... I cannot even list names. Odere, you sing national anthem. Currency, you sing historical stuff about Ibadan. Yinka Ifele will give us the Tumba part so that people can jiggle and dance. Obesere can come and give us maybe Ladoja Zoriki. For that kind of coronation, there are the president, 4 state governors, 7 ministers, chairman of the FIRS, our good leader, Zacchaeus Adedeji. They had former governors, we have Donaduke, we have Kwakwanso, we have Olagunsoye, we have the Sultan of Sokoto, we had Alafin of Oyo. All those people seated. And somebody is singing Were, laughing Were. It is a slap on anybody who approved that performance for that coronation. And you know why that happened? Was because they thought of that event more politically than more of a royal event.
Exactly.
We have KSA alive and kicking. 1 hour is enough to celebrate all those kings. 1 hour is enough to air all those governors, those political functionaries. Then 1 hour is enough to do Ladoja's. There is so much story to tell from that event. Ladoja's struggle, the impeachment, the embarrassment, the whole blah blah blah. And today, he has become what he is. Ladoja is the financier of Mainframe Productions. Opomulero tell stories of how Tionu Wanile moved us to Shaworo. There's so much story to say. But here we are. We're laughing Were. And at the end of the day, you think we'll not use Were to go Were eventually. So these are all the failures. And these are all because people have so much politicized everything in this country. And they've made it seem like if it does not go the political way, nothing will happen. I can tell you for a fact that Currency saw that show or that performance from a more political space and point of view. Yeah. Than
all the argument I've had so far, there are people saying that there are so many political tension that it was brought in to actually, that was why it was brought in to pander to the governor, the PDP, because he's this, is that.
He's their favorite artist, of course.
I think we should be one when we talk about anything that has to do with culture. That is
part of where we are. People will take the political basis over whatever alliances. I've been in APC all my political years. Then I was frustrated. I resigned from APC, but I never joined any other party. My good brother and friend, my leader too, Oluwaseun Olufade, the chairman of Ibadan North Local Government, appointed me essay on education before I got my Abuja appointments. And I never still joined PDP. Not because I feel like, they're a bad group. It's a party I really wanted to join. I almost even declared. But I just felt like, okay, let me just stick to where I have always felt more natural than a place where I have to line up and they think of me as an outsider. And if my chairman and leader still needs my services, I'll render. And so be it. And so far so good. We're still together this back. I'll still see him some days. So if I have to celebrate my birthday, I might not call it merengue because my birthday is my birthday, not an APC party. I don't know if you understand it.
Yes.
If my chairman was going to celebrate his birthday, he might not call Currency because Currency is best as a political tool. But we might call it live band. I can call SB for him. I can call Segun Johnson for him. That will give all of us the vibe we want. So Segun Johnson does not care whether you're ABGA, whether you're PDP, whether you're APC, whether you're NNPC. But Currency will care. about you as a PDP person
But then,
than a normal person.
everybody knows that K1 is for APC.
Of course.
But then when Governor Seyi Makinde, I don't know if his mother's birthday now or burial, I'm not sure, he did one like that, where Chief Ebenezer Obey and K1 played somewhere, and I think around the reg.
That is because it is a family party. So everybody they can take decisions. Afuda's favorite artist might be maybe SB Life now. And I'll be like, okay, I want to support you with the payment of that artist. I would not say because I'm an APC member,
I must
go and bring merengue for you at all costs. Merengue is not your own preference. You have your favorite artist. Out of the live band people, who is your favorite artist? Maybe if you can look at it holistically.
Actually, I'm a K1.
K1 fan. So now I can afford to bring K1 for you. Then I'll be like, oh no, because I want to just support merengue. Because it's the official musician for or your APC, it has to be merengue. I will mess your party up.
Definitely.
That is the truest situation of what happened on that day. When I was coming from Abuja, because I came in a day before the coronation, I was telling the people when we were driving down, like, it had to be either KSA or K1 for this event. Those are the two people I saw in that event. Two people
that can, from experience, can manage an event of that magnitude.
Then I was not able to go to the event because of all the security stuff. And I was in an hotel, my Oga's hotel, and we sat down. We were watching on our rice, and he just started currency, hailing House of Assembly members. I'm like, Jesus Christ. In an event where the governor of Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, let's say the governor of all these states are not even important. We have the Saudana of Sokoto. We have the Alafin of Oyo.
Olugbo was there.
We have Olugbo of Igbo land. We have Obasaide Elegushi. We have Oluwo of Iwo. First class kings. Not even small kings. First class kings. Seated. Then you are hailing one House of Assembly member in an event of that. No. He's forever going to be my brother. I love him. He loves me. I believe. But that was every inch a no. And that was one of the failures of the systems that I mentioned that has brought Nigeria to our news as the giant of Africa. Until we break personal relationships, familiarity and all off businesses, transactions, contracts and all of that, the country will never go forward. We will never go anywhere.
Now let me put you in a very tight corner. I know you have friends.
I'm always in tight corners. I always get my way out.
I know you have friends, a lot of friends in different political offices, young people. But what do you think of the young people in government? Do you think they have represented or they are representing the young people?
No, you don't even need to learn. We know we know the answer already. And like what I've said earlier in the conversation, I will not really make a judgment of what I've not tried. I'll tell you about a drug I've used only when I've used it. I've not served in a government office yet, so I will still want to believe that, okay, maybe truly, when these people get into office, they get some brain reset. And no, it's not a demon set. Maybe they put their brains in a vault, and just when they're out of government, they pick it up again and they start using. So I want to see it happen to me first. And one of the reasons why we exonerate the young people too is I have worked at the local government. I'm presently working at the National Assembly. And I'll tell you for free that there are a whole lot of bottlenecks that may be limiting them. So that is why I might exonerate them. Bottlenecks like we need to do a project of maybe say 100 million, 50 million. The DFA must sign first before the director of budget must take it to the director of accounts. They can blah, 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 blah. You need to maybe get like 10 signatures for that document to go. All those 10 people expect that. Kokimi last week now. We're coming from Moreclue, like I said, and we're inside the car and somebody was talking about one person that owns one of the most popular filling stations in Ibadan. There was scarcity. So a friend told him, let's go to so place. The guy is my guy. So let's go and buy fuel. They were going to buy. But because you know how scarcity can be, the struggle and all. And the guy saw him inside his CCTV and told them not to sell for him no matter what because he does not greet him.
Wow.
very wow. I'm talking about something that we still spoke about today. So basically, these bottlenecks are so bad.
Like, you were talking about coming out the way, and someone was saying that don't sell for
yeah, that's what I'm going. So these are the bottlenecks. He's coming to buy fuel from your brand, whether he greets you or not. He's coming to buy expensive fuel, sell for him. You have no business. But he wanted to show him that you need me. Oh, Moyokino. And this is where we are. People will wait for years. Director of Financial Administration can just be like, boy, to buy me, I can't buy. You understand? Some guys saying, how much is he giving us from the woman itself? And you will have no choice than to compromise. If I am to do a project of maybe 5 million for your local council, then all these civil servants are expecting that I will use like 2 million to shake body. Then I shake body with 2 million because I know that I need that job. Then my whole profit from that job was maybe around 500k. Then I spent 2.5 million on the job. Do you think if I'm coming the next year, I'll bring 5 million? I'll bring 15 because I'll be like, so I'll have.
By the time I sort everybody.
And that is how corruption and corrupt practices continue to grow, like an oak that has been planted by the waters. And it cannot be curbed because these days, you see, I was talking to one of my ogas at an event in Abuja, and her daughter was there, secondary school girl. We were just talking about the country and all that and all, top woman. And the daughter was a 15-year-old girl, because I had to ask for her age. I doubt if this country will be good though. That do we know that in their own school, students beat themselves up just because of food on valedictory service? Like, that meat is bigger than my own. I must take down. You must not take. And that's how they beat themselves. Because of food. Because they have grown to see those ahead of them do the same. The number one problem that will get us out of the mess we are in as a country is to make political offices less attractive. Salary, local government chairman, 0 or 100k. Federal lawmaker, 200k.
So they say so.
Because the people that will pass
because they are part of
the
yes, now I can imagine you presenting that kind of bill to the House of Assembly or National Assembly. Who are you? They do this one?
And why won't you abuse those people? Because ordinary elections, just for us to win elections, we know how much goes into it. I read somewhere that somebody said, I was not interested in the election, I only wanted to bid, I wanted to get money. And I looked at the person and I could see the person working on his brain. Because if you are sensible, I spent millions that can it might not build me a duplex, but it will build me a moderate, comfortable house. One, I was sick for 5 whole weeks after I was told to step down. I was in 3 hospitals. The records are there. I was at Salis Medical Center. Sorry, it's not an advert on Akala Express. I was at an hospital on the island in Lekki. My younger brother is aware. He was with me all through. Then I had to get my final treatment at Bethel Hospital, front of GTB Amokola. 3 weeks. I was sick for 5 weeks. I was in 3 hospitals after that process because I was just thinking like, how did I miss it? This is not a case of, okay, I did an election and they beat me. It's an election of you have to calm down. At this point, I'd done billboards, I'd branded cars, I've done t-shirt. We had one of the most brilliant campaigns.
Were you refunded?
No, me refunded.
Or compensated?
Ayo George is a living witness. Ayo George is one of us in this city. We did the first meeting with the person I stepped down for, and all I had was a bottle of water and a can of Monster energy drink. Ayo George is alive. At least I have my people. But one thing I learned, and why I said it is important to go out, is it has made me a better person. And these days, me and the person I stepped down for, today serves as an SSA to the president. We see in the villa, we communicate, we are more of brothers now. And I would naturally even support him more for another election, because we did not do it from a place of fights, and I did not go anywhere spoiling him and all that. But I realized at that point that the best thing to do was just to step down. He had a name to use. They had more financial watches than I have. And these are the things that make elections happen. Who is your father is important in politics. whether you like it or not. People are making nice shit, saying we will run for governor and blah blah blah. Just laugh. When his own father was doing Nadeco, was struggling, was fighting for AD to win elections, where was your father? Hate him or like him? Where was your own father? What was your father doing with his own time? You people just make a whole lot of noise. These people run. Do you know what it is to run for an election? Our people don't read. Our people are not well invested in educating their minds. I've read Amazing Grace by Alawa Akala like 2-3 times. Then Akala talked passively about Fatai Buhari, the incumbent senator of Oyo North Senatorial District. And he spoke about how Buhari became the senator he is today.
The man has been there since like forever.
This is his third term in the Senate, but he did House of Reps.
Okay.
So Akala and Ladoja were to run as governor and deputy. They needed cash from Adedibu's camp. According to Akala, I was not there. And Akala wrote that he told Baba Adedibu, may he so rest in peace, that he has a friend that has money that can lend them for so and so, because Ladoja never wanted him to be his deputy. Ladoja had another candidate he wanted. So Ladoja was not really releasing funds as they would have wanted. So they needed that cash. I think it was around maybe 4 million, 6 million, or 8 million. I can't even remember now. Then Baba Adedibu told him to bring that person. The person was Fatai Buhari, the same Fatai Buhari. He dropped the money. But Fatai Buhari had a request. I want this slot to run for House of Reps for my federal constituency. And since then, till now, he has been there.
That's an handsome investment.
How many people would have invested their money at that time? We have a lot of people that are enjoying such rewards in this present Nigeria. Some did not invest their money. Some invested their time. Some did not invest their time. Some invested their craft. Today we have one of our guys, Lovey. He's a Twitter guru, one of the biggest boys on Twitter. He's doing very, very well.
Yes, sir.
Handling.
I want Zach.
Do you understand? Lovey is doing well.
Yes, sir.
We have a whole lot of boys. I can list 1,001 names. Was Lovey investing money? No. But he was investing energy and services. Reward can come in any ways.
So tomorrow now when his children are in that position,
some people are screaming, I want to ban Nigeria. What were you doing when he was investing in? Yours is just to bring the government down. The government did this, the government did that. There is crime everywhere in the world. Because if you don't think for those who don't understand Yoruba, people pack their chicken everywhere in the world in the night. But some are greedy about it. So if you are thinking, okay, I don't have the money to invest, what are you doing with your time? What are you posting on your WhatsApp status? What are you putting on your Instagram? That guy is contesting. Have you posted this flyer before? A lot of guys were asking for stupid requests, and I'll be like, way back, I used to want to help everybody. But somebody said one quote that I love. I think it was Sam Adeyemi. You are not El Shaddai, so you cannot provide for everybody. Else, thou shalt die. So I realized I could not really be there for everybody. So these days now, I look at it from a place of, okay, what have you done for me? On my birthday, do you even celebrate me? I posted about my awards. Did you repost? So you are here telling me your child has not gone to school. How does that affect me? I also have my own burdens. Did I call you?
This is my own crowd. This is where I make the money. How have you been?
You are not supporting the craft. I have produced 6 movies. Which of my movies have you used your money to ever go and even stream? I have people that will post links of my movie. They will tell me I should send them data to watch it. Then come to me someday and tell me you are in financial need. Why should I help you? The people I go to meet for financial assistance are the people I promote their businesses. People know me with them. You cannot talk about certain names in Nigeria and they will be like, Ademola A.T.A. I make them my banner. I carry them on my head. So when I need them, one time I needed to buy a laptop. My chairman sends me 1.5 million. One of my chairman stays in Abuja. Will not want me mentioning his name. He sent me 1.5 million. Laura laptop. I got the kind of laptop I wanted. I bought a printer joint. So these days I write stories about his businesses. I publish them. I use my money to pay because it's of value to me. They're not doing anything to me. Shino Pelaya, everybody knows how me and name her. I celebrate. If I'm doing Ikomo inside your studio here, if Shina Pella is in the country, will come. That is value exchange. I will do my award, he will come. He will say it in public. There's nothing Ademola will do that I will not go. So when you see me serving rice at his party, I'm not serving it because he has paid me, but because he is also present in my own stuff. But you don't want to do it. And the only place in the world where reward comes before success is in the dictionary. You cannot see reward before success. You will toil, you will work, you will invest. So people don't want to invest in relationships. I was telling somebody when I was coming to your studio, I wanted to polish my shoe. So I was wearing a brown shoe. So I was like, I'm wearing a black cap. I don't want to wear a brown shoe. So the guy was like, am I in polish? I'm like, no. But he was not wondering, like, why? When I want to collect your bag, Yoruba, when I want to collect your bag, you don't allow me. I'm like, I don't like all these things because I see it as these are things I can do by myself. And I don't want it to master me so that days will be that you might not collect that bag. I will feel offended because I was already used to it. So don't use this. Don't let me master it because it might not be there forever. I was like, I like the way you think and all that. Everybody will be fine. But one thing I know is if I get into any government office today, you are one of the people that will be around him. And he was very happy. So it is on him. I have seen his level of loyalty to me over time. There is no time he'll come here, Baba. Even when I'm not in Ibadan, Baba, I have nothing in so I know that okay, this guy can be somebody that I can just put in something mobilization or welfare and he will do well. So if tomorrow I become maybe Speaker of the House of Reps or something, then I give him SSC. Some people, some runs, that's how I call them, shallow-minded, myopic morons. Kilo de come from. But you don't know how much he has been investing in the relationship between me and him. So that is where we are now. A whole lot of young people are just screaming political change on Twitter. They don't have anything in their head. Tell them to come and do 1 week governor. You will see the mess they are made of. They're thinking of how to buy the next Lamborghini, Rolls Royce. They just want to oppress. Afuda, he come my show that time, no greet me. They go and show, carry 6 mopo, put it on the not greet me. That is why many people want power. To oppress the next person. Go and check now. We have names. We don't know where the video will go to. So we have names. They've served. The government is. You mentioned one person before now. The Tinubu is too old. He will shit on his body. He's using napkins. Today he's not a special advisor to the same thing.
In fact, we have many of them.
They just want to eat. That's the Nigerian scope. That girl, let that girl come and meet them, and I like you. They touch my heart. They will tell you the girl is the best girl in the world. People just want to eat. That's why I've summed it all up as.
If you just want to eat. So now, given all those things that you've experienced in politics, because it's a whole lot of experience, and then before you got into politics, you had a name, you had something. Let me say, I don't know if I would be right to say something that introduced you to the political world or that gave you a foundation. You had a foundation. Everybody knows about Maya. Let's talk about Maya for a while. What's the full meaning of Maya? Let's start from there.
Maya means Moreclue All Youth Awards.
Moreclue All Youth Awards. What's Moreclue?
Moreclue was actually a name I created it myself.
Okay.
People don't know. But Biodun Adetokunbo knows. So when I schooled in Osun State University. I have a second class upper in economics. So I was in Okuku. Then I used to see this advert of DSTV 0803900 DSTV. So I had my SIM card 08066735583. So in my head I was just like, let me play around this and see what I could come true. So that was where I discovered that 66 had MNO.
Okay.
So that was MO.
Okay.
So 73 had PSQ, then 3 had DEF. So I picked the D. That's how so it was a play. It was just something I did out of boredom, and that was how Moreclue started. So I did the first gig I did in school was November 5, 2010. I brought there used to be this guy. It was the Rave in 2010. Except anybody wants to lie in the whole of the country.
Slim Joe.
May God rest his soul now. He's dead now. So he was my friend, so I brought him to school. So before then, every show they had tried to do in my school never happened. They said they're bringing Tariji, they're bringing it never happened. So people never believed Slim Joe was going to come. So I went to First Stack with one of my friends, Peter Davies, brought Slim Joe, my final year school fee. So I paid Royal Spring in Oshobo, and it was a sold out event. So my uncle came. He's the present SSG for Osun State, Tesla Migbalayi. So he came in. A couple of people, but he came, and it was a good event. But I didn't make my money. So from there, I did Rugged Man. Last album launch. That was November 26th. Coincidentally, that was the day Rauf Aregbesola was announced as the original winner of the election. So Inola was impeached, so to say. So Osun State was in tears that day. So my show flopped and I lost money. So I got that show through Tade Makinde. He was the one who had the whole idea, brought Rugged Man, Jobless, Reminisce, Jesse Jags, LD. It was a big deal.
Very big one.
So in 2011, I now took a step forward. I brought Olamide Bado to Osun State. That was the first time in Osun. The show failed. It's on Google to date. So it was a story. We'll talk about those stories some other day. But then it was just part of the whole experience. So when I finished school, I came back to Ibadan. In 2013, I started more. Then I had been publishing campus magazine. So I started more magazine. So a whole lot of people see me these days. He knows a whole lot of girls. What's like Obenjo, blah, blah, blah. Those girls of those years are the girls I know today that are the big girls. So, you know, there were campus faces, 100 campus faces, 200 campus faces. Young girls, these things were exciting in school. That was where I started going to schools. I'll go to UNAD, I'll go to Lautech, I'll go to AU. I had campus reps in all schools. So, 2013, I started more magazine celebrity hangouts. I brought Ademola Ajibola to Ibadan. I brought Kola Ajemi, Tony Abraham's husband. I brought him. I brought Lati, Tunde Owokonero is now in America. A whole lot of people. And 2013, I did the campus awards. Then it was main Moreclue Entertainment Awards night, because my name in campus was Moreclue Entertainment. So the idea of main was you mean a lot to us, like main. So a couple of people got it, and it was a big deal. So I felt, this stuff I did in campus, I could do it again. So I did Maya one. That was at Jogo, and people came.
The first one was at Jogo.
Yeah, first one was at Jogo. People came, and I was like, wow, this is sweet. Then the October one that followed, I did a show, Pace Awards. That was like, sometimes when I see people bragging, they started Pace Awards, Pace Setter something. I did Pace Awards 2014 in the city. October 1, 2014. The facts are there, the figures, the people, everything is there. So I started the first indigenous Oyo State Awards. So gave Mengadenkan Awards for being the one to do the most recognized comedy show. Femi Adebayo was living in Ibadan then. We gave him the most recognized movie actor. We gave Nice the most recognized Oyo State artist, like from Oyo State. So we picked people. Then we did Sofeco Rocks. We did a lot of people. Then I had my failure. The show flopped. Then I was a mess. I don't want to mention names. And also that was how I started. Then second edition, I did Move 21. I brought Kiss Daniel to Ibadan for the first time too. Wow. So I can brag. So I brought Kiss Daniel. Then Woju was the biggest song in the country. So Kiss Daniel, February 5, 2014. Yeah, 2014. So I brought Kiss Daniel. And from there, I just felt like Ibadan was conquered. So I moved to Lagos. So I was talking about this. Sorry for taking your time. But
Not at all. I'm loving
this
it.
is one of the lessons I feel I would always tell people that are behind me. I think in Ibadan today, even though I do not fully stay in Ibadan, I think I'm one of the most influential Ibadan people anywhere in the world, by any standard. There was one time one commissioner toyed with Oyo State Youth Awards, and I looked at the people they listed, and my name was not there. And a lot of people like, this commissioner is your friend now. Call him, man. You people know I'm influential. That is enough validation. Unfortunately, they didn't do the event. So I went to meet somebody, and I told him I was going to do my awards in Lagos. And I was like, good one. That's joy. And when I told him like, okay, sir, I would need all your support. I know. First question he asked me was, I said, bamboo. That bamboo hall is, if you are conversant with Lagos, there's NNPC at Omoli Gate. It's quite popular filling station. The bamboo hall is directly opposite the NNPC, but you have to enter a small street for you to access the hall. I I swear to God in heaven, nobody will like really. Yeah, like you go to Yard 158 on Oregon, you go to Grandeur, you go to Lekki. With which money? You think I have money? And the lesson from it is just people should have a mind of their own and do things according to their own intuition. That's the lesson I'm driving at. Then he told me, no, anybody, the person was managing a big artist. So he was like, anybody, blah, blah, blah. I went back to the drawing board. God bless Bumi, I don't know what she's in Canada now. And I told her, like, I've featured Juliet Ibrahim when I was doing my movie, my magazine. So, like, Auntie Bumi, I need you to do one thing for me. I am going to do this bamboo because that's the only place that my budget would carry. But can you help me convince Juliet Ibrahim to come? I feel like, okay, I'll talk to Juliet for you. And so be it. She spoke to Juliet Ibrahim. Juliet promised she was going to come. It never looked believable. This was an era where the Juliet Ibrahims were like the kings of the industry. I'm talking 2016 now. So I went to one of my former orgas. That's why no matter whatever happens between me and these people I'm mentioning their names, no matter what we have as problems, I cannot eat them. We might not do stuff together, but they are my people for life because they're like the shoulders. So his name is Biso Ifagade. Is the, I think, area shoujo above Ibadan land also. So I told him, Baba, I have this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I need you to give me a father figure that can attend this event. And I told him specifically, if you know me well as Ademola Maya, you know how much I can shoot and kill for K1 The Ultimate. And I told him I wanted K1 The Ultimate. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't worry. I might not get K1, but I'll get you one person. His name is AIG, Tunji Alak when he retired. Somebody I love, one of the finest police officers I love in my whole life. So the idea in my head was, I'll bring gladiators that will attract what I want. And that was it. And from there, promotion started. And I will tell you categorically today that particular year was a game changer for my life as a person. Juliet Ibrahim came. These stuffs are Google verifiable. That was the first time in my life that I would ever get featured on Linda Ikeji's blog. You know what it is to be featured on Linda's blog as at that time. Linda featured us twice, free of charge.
Wow.
0 naira. First story was Juliet Ibrahim wins at prestigious Maya Awards. I wanted to run mad. Me or my brand on Linda Ikeji. I invited Mercy Aigbe. That was the first time any Nollywood actress tried to wear an agbada assemble to any event. A black agbada. Mercy was all dapper. Linda carried us the second time. Outlook as Mercy Aigbe storms my award. That was how every other lesser blog started picking the story. At the end of that day, I think around like 30 blogs, I did not pay one kobo. LAX came. That was the year Caro was the biggest song, one of the biggest songs. Caro dun Pepe Nazi came. Pepe Lega, Bode Lega. Osh Baby came.
Wow.
Bash came. Coco Foundation, SB Life, Biodun Kewu. Like it was a big deal. I'm like, wow. You know the funniest part of the story? The man who told me nobody will come was the one who did not come.
Because he wanted what he said to
at
his
the
prediction.
end of the day, if I had taken his advice, I think I was in Canada at that time. If I had taken his advice and gone for a bigger hour, he still wouldn't have been able to come. That is what is killing a whole lot of starters in this country right now. People want to do stuff to impress people who really don't care about them. That's you, blah, 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 blah. You're starting your podcast from a small room. What tells you that in the next 1 year you're not buying a full building? But you've started. There are people who have had ideas of podcasts in their heads before you even dreamt of yours that have not started anything. So sometimes people will tell you, don't do it this way so as not to get so and so. Do it any type of way. Do you know one thing that I learned quite early in life is I would always be the first to do it, because the way God has given the idea to your head, He has sprinkled it in different heads. The person who takes over all of you people is the first person to do it. Today, this is 2025. I did Peace Awards 2014. That's 11 years ago. There's nobody that can come out and tell me that they did anything like that 11 years ago in this city.
You've tried, though. Sincerely
No,
speaking, you have done a lot. You've done a lot.
Yeah, I just
No
started.
wonder. No wonder Maya is what Maya is or who Maya is. Now I understand.
No,
better.
sometimes I was telling my last born one day, like, I'm waiting for God to have answered me very well. I'll do like a 3-hour podcast, then set certain records up. Because, people come in and you be like, where were you? When I used to actually... Gabriel Afolayan can testify, the Nollywood actor. As we're doing interview, I'll be writing. That's why my writing is so fast. Because I could not afford immediate when I started doing interviews. I was freelancing different newspapers, Tribune, Nation, Vanguard. God bless David Ajibola A.T.A. He died as the general manager for Fresh FM.
Dave's Bond.
Dave's Bond. That was my old guy. So I can write, I think the fastest, I can write like 1,001 words in maybe like 3-4 minutes. Because I don't want to miss anything I'm saying. I have worked with a lot of people. If I am to start mentioning names, I've tried. But you get to the part where you feel like, I think I started early and that was the edge. I grew up in Malifalafia, Okeado, Ibadan. My house to Nigerian Tribune headquarters was like 2 minutes trek. So that was one of the things that really built the whole stuff, because as my parents would say, from when I was 8-9, I was never reading books. I always wanted to read the news. I wanted to read Tell. I wanted to read, there's another paper my dad mentioned. I can't remember now. So those were the learning curves for me. I had always wanted to be informed. I'd been telling them when I was younger that I wanted to be a governor. But now that I'm fully grown, I don't think I want to be a governor. I want to
be a president.
No. I want to be a lawmaker.
A lawmaker.
I think with sensible laws, Nigeria will get on the right path of recovery. We need stringent laws. We need crazy laws.
That's strange. When I say strange, I mean an average Nigerian politician is aiming for the executive.
I have never in my life, those who know me would say, I've never in my life wanted to be anything in the executive. I've never, even when I wanted to do the chairman, it was just to see if it could go. And I've always wanted to be, it's always House of Assembly, House of Reps, Senate for me.
Wow.
So, and that's why my people call me 004. I hope I will be the Speaker of the House of Reps one day. That's my biggest wish. So
I like that.
I think laws, people see all these governorship, presidents, chairman from the place of contract and all that because they want to steal. I think I want to do more of value-adding services. There are laws. I've written like 51 as at the last count of the things I think I want to do. And I'll give one freely. And I hope one Nigerian lawmaker will make that bill go through. Any public agency, government public agency, those especially in the FEMA and Works Department agency of the Federal Republic that does any road construction during the day, they should be sentenced to jail for 3 months.
Come again. That does
road patching, road fixing
during the
day. Except if it is for places where there is no traffic, human traffic, they should be sentenced to 3 months in jail. They are miscreants. They are rogues. In civilized world, you do constructions when the world is sleeping. Your wife is laboring. You're trying to rush her to the hospital. Somebody fell from one high rise. You're trying to rush the person to the hospital. One idiot is closing the road to patch road at 4 p.m. in the evening, when the whole population is closing from work.
You know what you're just saying? I'm just smiling because some few weeks back, I had an event by 4 p.m. in Lagos, and then I left about around 12. That's the Woro side.
You will miss it.
I was able to make it, but I got to the office 400 dots. So I could not even get time to say, okay, let me go and, because they had to, that like 3 lane, they had to narrow it down to 1. And they say they are doing that because it's Sunday. And they feel that, okay. But then my colleagues that travel on Monday, they did not get to the office till past noon because of that same. So that means they were still there on Monday morning, fixing the road.
What happens to sleeping during the day and working during the night? From night, you have like, from 10, the road is getting all free. It's few people that will be on the road. 11, 12, do 6 hours non-stop. By 6, move some up. I know it might be a bit hard, but if we do it, we'll get better results. people lose a whole lot of stuff. You're inside the traffic for no reason. You get to the point of the traffic, you see nothing, and you have missed your flight. Each time when I was in Ibadan, since they started the renovation, before I now fully moved to Abuja, I was traveling. I always, if I'm going to, my agents know I don't buy early morning tickets. Put me in the afternoon. The afternoon, I will leave Ibadan around 8 because of unforeseen circumstances on the road. When you should actually just be in the airport like 30, 40, 50 minutes, you're checking and just move. So these are the things that we need to look at. We need laws that, they might look hard, but they are the needed laws that will make the country develop. People will go to 6-month jails for stealing 6 billion. Then if they bring shorty that is PS,
has landed property in Asokoro.
So the next person, you think the next person will not steal 10 billion?
Yes, now.
Because what is it? You cannot go to jail.
You factor it in. Okay, for that 6 months. And of course, if you have that kind of money, you are treated as a VIP even in jail.
I do prison outreaches, so I know what happens in the prison. So before you know it, a whole lot of things. If we have laws that allows for maybe corrupt officials to do lifetime imprisonment, don't even kill them. Let them just do lifetime, or sometimes just use 1 or 2 people as scapegoats. Maybe people will sit up. But in a place where we are giving even the corrupt governors the most performing governor of so states, in a state where we are giving
the man of the year,
you get. So you are even encouraging more atrocities, and that is why it is so bad that when people go into politics and you ask them, why are you going? 99%. I don't understand too extreme, and I don't understand like exaggeration. 89% don't know why they're going into politics. Ask those going to House of Reps, going to Senate, what are you going there to do? Ask them.
See, I've seen people in the House of Assembly. See, House of Reps, I don't know how bad you would think it is, but you see, when it comes to states, I'm not limited House of Assembly. When you see the lawmakers at state level,
they don't even have any reason why they are there. They just want to, I'm in the house, I'm honorable.
Because you can't just fathom what this person is doing in the state house, because
they have nothing in their heads. Many of them. I'm not saying hollow. We have amazing lawmakers in the country. Amazing lawmakers. But they don't have anything they are doing. They don't have anything in their head. And it is sad.
Very, very sad.
All they are up for is, I'll say AI. The eyes have it. So I don't want to be like that. So I feel more tilted towards lawmaking, because I feel lawmaking is much more interesting for somebody like me. I know there will be a whole lot of antagonists and a lot of opposition and all. But if we have 360 lawmakers and maybe 200 are on this side, and we can still maybe 40 more from the 160 left, gradually the country will change. There would have been a third term in this country. The only reason. Have you read Tenants in the House?
No.
By Wale Okediro?
No.
I will recommend. You're a brilliant person. You should read it. Tenants in the House was written. It's a comedy satire of the true situation of things that happened in the house. Wale Okediro was the minority leader, I think, of the house till 2007, I guess. So he wrote from a place of first-hand information. Then when you have read that, now read from Wale Okediro again. He wrote a book in honor of Bajabi Amila.
Okay.
Read that too. There was really a total agenda. I have pictures on my phone that I snapped from the book. How they buy cars for so millions and sell for maybe 850k. They were all in the books. People do not read. And that's why the day I opened my office and the Speaker of the House of Assembly here visited, as well as getting out of my office, he asked me a question I will not forget. Right, Honorable Ademola Ajibola, like, do you read all these books? And I said, I've read any book you've seen on my shelf. I've read it at least twice, from start to finish. I read a whole lot. Each time I'm in the airport, I buy a book. Each time. The last time I traveled, I bought 2. I always read. It allows me to see things from different perspectives. How many people want to read? People want to do PS5. People want to be at sport betting shops. People want to talk about Wizkid is richer than Davido. People want to talk about Burna Boy is a great artist. I do that too. I talk about politics. I talk about money. I talk about people. But I always leave time for self-development. So that when I talk, I'm talking from a place of information. and not just a place of beer parlor ESAs. People live their statistics based on ahead. I am saying it from the place of I read and learned that this and this. When I went to Qatar, I went to the museum, read a whole lot of stuff about their history. We don't even have anything historical about our country that we are keeping. Everything you see everywhere is just the same repeated story, and a whole lot of things have happened in this country. So I feel like there needs to be laws that allow for. I don't think we have a proper museum in this country. Museum that will be as big as Oluyole Estate, where people will see, okay, things that happened when the Ojukwu and Gowon were fighting, things that happened when Fumila and Sam Kuti was thrown from the... I passed in front of Ladoke Akintola's house in Ogbomoso when I was coming. I prayed the house does not fall before 2030. The roofs are gone, everything is gone. The premier of Western region, historical house, places we should go to tap knowledge, see the press statements they did, the press releases they did, the books they wrote. We should be able to play in the minds of these people. But we are just so bad with keeping record, and it is sad that we even have a government at the center that do not understand the importance of history and have to scrap it away.
Man, it's been a very, very wonderful one. But I will not allow you to go until we make a comparison.
Okay.
You started your events career, like you rightly said, from Osun State, moved to Oyo, then you progressed to Lagos. I
did Abuja recently.
You did Abuja recently. Nice one. So now, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you put Ibadan in the grand scheme of things?
Ibadan is not even in anything grand. So
let's say in the scheme of okay. Where do you place Ibadan? Because this podcast is actually hosted in Ibadan, and we are very particular about Ibadan and its development and its growth. And we know that a lot of great things happen from Ibadan, but not. I don't want to say not in Ibadan, because I'm saying from Ibadan because I've seen a lot of people making exploits in politics, in entertainment, in industrialization, in the corporate world from Ibadan. But then when you are inside Ibadan, you feel like nothing is happening. Kind of.
Sorry, I think I get where you're going. So I will just answer this in like 3 minutes or less. Today that we're recording this podcast, one of Ibadan's greatest girls, Kiki Adiaga-Ilori, is celebrating a movie premiere. I passed in front of the venue. I saw the branding they were doing. I was impressed. And I'll tell you for free that you need to know when to move. That's what 2025 taught me. And I'm happy I moved when I moved. Because if you are not careful, you might get wiped off. Remote moved and got better for it. Kiki moved. Kiki is alive. When we did the audition for Kiki, Oyinkosola Kuku, and a couple of girls at Development Support Center to be VJs for Love Matters, I was in charge. I was the one who welcomed them, did the whole stuff before Bengadi Inka came with Petero and all of that to interview them. Look at where Kiki is today. We did that Love Matters at Kakan for him. Kiki was one of the Mortina VJs. Look at the trajectory. Kiki had one of the biggest shows, 90 Meets Millennium.
Yeah, I was there.
Sweet show, sweet, beautiful content.
All the
original event.
What really thrilled me that day was, when you see the lineup on the flyers. These people know if you come now. But everybody was there, and that was the when I started noticing there's something about this brand and this particular lady. Because
so now, when you look at it, Oba Ladoja said something that almost everybody at his coronation had ties with Ibadan. Do you read a whole lot, sir? There is no great person that has no affiliation with the city. Sonia Abacha lived in this city. Wole Soyinka lived in this city. JP Clark lived in this city. Mention that person.
Even Achebe, the literally retired.
Bros, mention that person. Okay, former governor late Rotimi Akeredolu, his house is in this city. Incumbent governor Lucky Ayet Datiwa grew up in this city. The governor of Ekiti State, his daughter was to do wedding. He did it in this city. What does that tell you? But they will not be in the city. Because even the city does not value what the city has. Sad reality. We're inside the car, we're telling people, maybe one day they will do an Ashake concert. And the first question we ask, you sell the ticket at how much? 33,000. Will an Ibadan person buy a ticket of 20,000 to see Ashake? The first thing the driver said is, that's where we are. But people will buy a ticket of 50,000, 100,000 at other climates. Warrior has taken over us.
Yeah.
Port Harcourt is outshining us already. Transcorp Hilton, Congress Hall of Transcorp Hilton. I stay in Abuja. Every weekend there's one comedy show or music concert. Since I moved in, how many concerts do we have in Ibadan? How many people even come? The people who are meant to be the promoters of this show do not have funds, so they get limited. Where I'm coming from, somebody wants to do a show. The backdrop is not as tall as this. But why would you blame him? Because he doesn't have money. He will do what
he has the capacity to do
what he has. So it is a systematic problem. We have a government that does not give a hoot how far our creative and economic space operates. Are we going to beat the governor? No. But we have a governor that travels to the United States to watch tennis. But we don't have functioning tennis players in this city.
How to go and run.
Do you understand? Our governor is not participating in marathon here, but he's participating in other places. So it goes to tell you that we have things that we need to really have real conversations with. Do I hate the governor? Hell freaking no. Is the governor awesome in terms of road? I told the speaker when I met the speaker, nobody has done election. They give it to him. Although some of the roads were unnecessary projects, but majority of the roads, we drove from Ogbomoso to Oyo, to Iseyin down to Ibadan. There was no pothole. We loved it. God bless the governor. But has the governor helped the creative space? Hell freaking no. What do? Every December 25, you call Babasu Mishi, Shenwele Jesu. End of story. Is that what is called development? We don't hate it for them. But what has happened to the normal creative sector player in the city of Ibadan? And because there is no support, it is natural that we will move to where we will get support. I've written to the office of the governor twice. I didn't even get a reply. It is that bad.
I have done that too.
It is that bad. Write to them at Abuja. We get feedbacks. Write to them in Lagos. Even if they will not answer you. When I started when Maya was going to now become a big deal, Lagos State government gave me endorsements. Or your state government cannot even write you a letterhead. Like their letterhead, they will not grant it. I've tried. The former commission, the present commissioner is my person. So it's not like from a place of hatred. The former commissioner was my guy. The present commissioner is my person. When I opened my office, she came. So you want us to be in a state where I did a pitch in December last year. Commissioner, let's brand your office, do so and so, 1 million plus. Except we do it today. So I'll be in that state. Doing what? When there are people in other climates that understand the value and all. So in a place where the government, I was impressed yesterday when I saw the governor watching the Falconets game and all. Like, okay. Maybe because it was a Falconet. But if it was an Oyo State person that does not know you as a governor personally, that wrote to your office, would you have attended the event, Mr. Governor?
No.
We know the answer already. No. So whether we like it or not, no hatred for the governor, but the governor has done nothing for the creative space of the city. And I'm not sorry to say it. Fine for re-election and whatever it was. Former Governor Ajibola A.T.A chilling with the governor with us at Agodi Gardens. How many of us have chilled with this governor?
Governor don't get chills.
Do you understand? So it goes to tell you that it may get better, but maybe when we have a young or maybe young at heart governor who understands that the creative space.
Do you see anybody in that mode presently, especially for the people lined up for 2027?
In all honesty, no. Capital no, rather. Nobody. I'm not even ready to talk about year 2027 because all I see is just. Do you know what Genesis 1:1 said?
In the beginning.
There was what?
There was void.
That is why I say. Kuru.
No bojojo.
That's what I say. So 2027 for me, I'm not even interested in talking about it because if the present administration of Ademola Ajibola A.T.A can create an office for arts, culture, and the creative economy, the Lagos State government is pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into events like is it TIFF, TIFF Festival. We see, I heard that the Lagos State government is sponsoring Best of Nollywood Awards this year.
Yes.
We've seen what Idris Aregbesola and Toke Benson are doing with the State Ministry of Culture. We saw what they did with the countdown last year.
And the thing is this.
We cannot sorry to interrupt. We can't bring ordinary J1. J1 is my brother. J1, make we pack all the older people. Leave all the Rema.
Do Night of the Legends.
Leave the Fire Boys and all. Let's pack Daddy Shoki. Marvelous Benji. Let's bring all them.
Hazardos. Tony Tetwila.
Let's bring the old people in. Sonny Legi and all that. We cannot do it. They will not sign it. They won't. And in Lagos, you're saying Davido, Tiwa Savage.
And that is why Lagos is making billions from what's it called? This 30 December.
Why won't
30 December is massive because they have invested
in the mighty name of Jesus. 30 December will not meet me in Ibadan. What's there to be dirty about? You drive all around during, even when they will do their whatever decoration, it's always scanty. They will just do that Zenith Bank roundabout. They will do the whole of Agodi Gate in front of the governor's land. And that's 30 December. What's happening in Akubo? What's happening to the people at what is it called? LALE, the Ologun audience.
So when you're not talking of Akubo, how about people in Amuloko?
They don't even know that they're existing. So it goes to tell you that we need a governor that understands how much of a business the creative economy is and who is ready to milk it. I am excited and proud of Kunle Afolayan that in my time I have more than 6 friends that have sent me cap resorts. I have the evidences that have sent cap resorts to me like, Ademola, please book here for me, I want to go. That in my time, something like that is coming to the city.
It's attracting people to the States.
That is what tourism does. You pack your money from Abuja, from Owerri, from Lagos, you bring it to Cap Village, you spend it, it gains traction, IGR development. Imagine we have 10 caps in Oyo State. Imagine. Ibrahim Chata is doing something similar.
Yeah.
So people drive all the way down from their countries, their cities to IIT. Let us now build up on that. Everything is not real estate, demolition building and building pointless estates. Estate that you are building that we cannot afford. 100 million, 200 million, 150 million. For who? Afuda and I. We can't afford it.
Definitely.
We can't. So we are not even your audience. Lady Adigun that you are selling for 200 million, 150 million. It's not for us. Or the GRA that you have sold and finished self before commission. Do you understand? So we are not saying real estate is not beautiful. We love it. All the estates that they've commissioned.
But give the people the empowerment they need so that they can afford these things.
These land, we will buy the lands when we make hundreds of millions.
And the funny thing is this, or the sad thing is this: Ibadan has a kind of unique creativity that can attract the world.
We are different. And once I know that you're from Ibadan, even when we travel, once people know that you're from Ibadan, we love the feedbacks we get. There's no artist that has not visited the States. I don't want to know how your career wants to be. Ibadan has to play a part because we have the audience. But it is sad that these days radio stations are even folding up in the city of Ibadan. I don't want to mention names.
Yes, so at least you have like 4 or 5.
People are running away from the city because what they came in with is not what they want to get. And you'll be shocked that when you meet people that the city have produced, we have people in this city. People. We have people in this state, major people. But you will not even know. Will your father be a governor in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, resident in Ibadan, and you want to chill in Ibadan? Where's the nightlife? We have only 2 or 3 functioning clubs in the whole of this Ibadan. And I'm not trying to market them, I will list. We have Copacabana, we have Switch, and the others. Mention the clubs. In the whole of this city, the biggest city in West Africa. Proper club. Copacabana, Switch, and where? So people are in town every weekend. Where do you want to go to?
That's sad.
We don't have the water. Nobody can do speedboat race. Nobody. So the little things that we have is just ShopRite and good. And
of blessed memory, if you permit me to add, because.
So it's sad, and we hope that the incoming government, because for me I don't have any expectation from this government anymore. So
it's almost over.
Happening. So we have just like a year
of active. if that in fact less than a year.
And what do you want to do in that 1 year?
What you can do in 6 years.
So we will keep hoping and praying that we have. I pray. I know for one that if the creative economy is empowered in this state, will do a whole lot of wonders. Many movies, the last MVCA, I think, was it the last or 2 years ago? Breath of Life,
yeah.
series. That edition that Breath of Life featured. Like 4 or 5 of the movies were shot in Ibadan. There's this movie on Prime Video. They brought this man from America. He's an American actor. One dark guy. Something mod. He had to do with like he was always killing people and burning people.
Okay.
The guy featured in Kunle Afolayan's film where they were always shooting themselves. He's an American actor.
Okay.
Big actor from America. They brought him to Ibadan to shoot the movie. In this Ibadan. Breath of Life was shot in this Ibadan. We have a whole lot of movie, couple of these, all of that. Those people come. There are some movies coming out. Scarlett Gomez was in one. A whole lot of that I was aware when they were shooting. They shoot on the soils of the city. Then they go back to their city and spend the money. So there's something they are saying about the city that those in our government offices are either blind to or are choosing not just to bother themselves about. And it is sad.
Very, very sad.
Extremely
very sad. Very, very sad. Because there's nothing as beautiful as toiling somewhere and making your money there. And it's just a good thing.
If we make our
It's
money
just a
elsewhere,
good
we'll
feeling.
come,
Exactly.
we'll bring it back home. And
But then,
yeah, I'm passionate about Ibadan. I love Ibadan so much, but we'll keep trying. we cannot let Ibadan just go. A lot of we can't. We will keep pushing and doing our best to make sure that Ibadan gets back to his rightful place in the history of the country. Because for me, when I look at the public facilities, those who founded the city had something at the back of their mind. The first university, first TV station, first stadium,
university teaching
first
hospital,
tallest building, first teaching hospital. They were
Stadium.
not foolish. They knew what they were building. And it's sad now that we do not even act like we are truly the first.
You know, the day I heard about the television thing, to know that Nigeria had TV before France.
Of course.
And WNTV was in Ibadan.
1959.
Then when I now put them side
I think
by
1949 even.
when I put them side by side, I just realized that how?
I have videos of what the hospitals in Qatar looked like in 1970.
And what it looks like now.
You don't even need to see a picture of what it looks like now. You need to just go for a physical trip and mesmerize in it, like take it in. Yeah, so we'll get there. Don't let us take more time of the viewers. We'll get there. I will remember that. We'll get there.
It's been another interesting episode of Random. We've been able to touch on different things. There are some other aspects I have not able to get to, but then I won't want to.
We'll come back.
We'll come back because I've not touched about real estate, not talked about Maya Group,
We'll get there.
and so many other things like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, my guest today has been Maya himself on Random, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to put the notification on for other content dropping on this channel. Thank you so much. Once again, thanks to our guest.
Thank you for having me.
gracing the platform today. So till next time, to wellness, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your evening.